What's going on, Speed Squad? Welcome back to the channel. I am Connor Speed6. Thanks so much for coming back in and joining today. We are back in Forza Horizon 4 to celebrate the absolutely stunningly beautiful BMW 850. We finally have it in the game. I've been waiting for this for quite a while. This is actually one of my favorite cars to drive in Forza Motorsport 7. So I am just absolutely beyond thrilled to have this game in Forza Horizon 4. But today I wanted to put it through its paces to see just how good it is going sideways. But before we get started, please be sure to leave the video a like, leave me a positive comment, and as always, if you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button for me. Join the Speed Squad. We would love to have you as part of the family. So what I wanted to do, instead of building just another grip race car, I wanted to see how well this car slid. So what I've done is I've gone in here and I've built an absolute monster of a drift car. What I did is I swapped in the McLaren F1. It's a BMW built engine, of course, a 6.1 liter V12 engine, which was built by BMW for McLaren to put in the McLaren F1. This vehicle has 1,437 horsepower at the wheels. At the rear wheels, this is a rear-wheel drive build. I did put in the twin turbos. That absolutely turned this car on its head. It has far too much horsepower for what we're going to be doing with this thing, which is sliding it all up and down the road. Now, I did need to install the front and rear Forza Aero. That way the car stuck to the road a little bit better, because 1,400 horsepower is a lot. Yes, the car does weigh a decent amount, but we still needed to add some aero pieces in. That way we were sure to help keep the car, keep some grip in the rear end especially, and help on turn in. But yeah, the car weighs 3,549 pounds after the weight reduction mods. I do literally have every single upgrade that Forza gave us in the game in this car. So I've gone ahead and pre-tuned the car as well. I've got a nice little drift build here for you. I am going to have it shared. My gamer tag is Connor Speed6, so if you want to test it out, feel free, leave some feedback as well. I'm not a pro drifter in this game. I'm not part of the drift team or anything like that. I do know how to slide a car pretty well though in the game, so I think I built a pretty decent drift car here. But what we're going to do today is we are going to take this thing out for a spin on one of my custom routes that I built actually quite a while ago, called the Glen Rannoch Drift Circuit. And some of you who've been around the channel may remember I built this thing, gosh, probably over a year ago. And the car that I used was actually the BMW M5 FE Forza Edition car. And I had pretty good reception. Everyone seemed to like the route itself. And again, the skids were amazing. So heading over to the map, if you would like to find this custom route, it is at the Glen Rannoch Trail Blueprint, found right here. Now I do have two versions of this route shared. I have one, which is what we're going to do today. That is in the summer. It's dry, it's midday, it's fixed time, so the weather doesn't change at all, it's just dry. I also have the Glen Rannoch Drift Circuit in the summer, but it's in the evening time as the sun's going down. So it's a little bit different. You know, I wanted to have a theme of night drifting and things like that around the canyons. Yeah, so as I said, I crammed the 6.1 liter V12 in this car. A little fun fact is something that Chris Harris said on one of his podcasts one time. This motor was actually put into a BMW M5. I believe it was a 1995 M5. I can't remember the exact year. But they wanted to test that motor in a vehicle, of course, before throwing it in the McLaren F1 prototype car. There's only one built, and it's still at BMW. Pretty cool little piece of history, though, about the engine. Today we have it shoved inside of a BMW 850CSI. So this is going to be amazing. So what I did here on this drift circuit, I turned the difficulty down to New Racer. That way it takes the drivatars quite a long time to catch up. I have them diverted at the very start of the route, diving off to the right, and then they drive around off into the Neverland, drive back around across the road, and it takes quite a while for them to actually catch up, but they will catch you towards the end of the route. So you just want to make sure to power through as well as you possibly can before they spear you in the corner and ruin your skill checks. But let's jump into it. Hopefully I don't make a complete fool of myself. Easy on the first gear though, dropping in a second. This thing slides really, really well. I was quite surprised at just how well it did slide, because it's a bigger, heavier vehicle. I believe it's 4,600 pounds in the game stock. Of course, taking the weight reduction out and things like that helps tremendously. So my drift tune, you're basically just going to use at times second gear, but mostly third gear, and then sometimes fourth gear in the longer, faster drifts. Especially when you're trying to connect the longer straight sections in between the curves. But it is slick. I mean, this car has tons and tons of power. Again, 1,437 horsepower. And a rear-wheel drive car is never really that easy to actually drive well. As you can see there, I'm still not driving it very well, and I built it. Now, when I was driving this car around in its stock form, it actually felt pretty grippy as well. So I would think this would be a pretty decent car to build for racing. Maybe in an A or S1 class max. If you threw this V12 in there and turned it into an S1 race car, I'm not really quite sure if you'd be able to do that or not, but I have to say it'd be extremely fast. But again, 3,500 pounds in an S1 car, I don't know, that's still pretty heavy. And it'd probably be heavier because you wouldn't be able to lose all that weight and keep it in S1. All right, hold on to the e-brake, dropping into second here, going uphill. So some of these uphill sections definitely require second gear. Not much in fourth at all, of course. Yeah, this little drift circuit's really fun. It's pretty difficult too. Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to keep the slides connected. And then that little corner right there, it's very deceivingly difficult because it's uphill over a crest and off camber, so the car just wants to continue pushing to the outside. And there are rocks out there, so that never ends up good. So we're about 3 minutes into this. Again, I have this shared as just a one-lap circuit. I can share longer routes, of course, if you guys wanted to run more than one lap. Yeah, if you wanted to run more than one lap, I'd be more than happy to share one or two. It's kind of up to you guys. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. One lap is typically about 6 minutes, I think. This little section here coming up is actually pretty difficult because these are long sweeping corners, but they're just tight enough at times where you've still got to drop it into third gear, or you're kind of right in between one or the other gears. So I'm going to just move in between third. Easy, easy. Let's not smash that tree on the outside. I've never done that before. Oh, power down. All right, I love this corner right here. It's almost like it's banked. Heck of slides, boys, heck of slides. Let's go. Catch a little air. Proud of myself for keeping a skill chain so far. And I actually haven't even checked on the perks of this car. It may even have a skill chain multiplier, or a timer extender or something like that. So this may actually be a really, really great skills car to have too. All right, so we're coming towards the end of the lap here. Wrap it back around. Take out the fence, of course. Wouldn't be me if I didn't hit the fence. Oh, I saw the driving tires just catching up to me at the end here. Oh, that water. Now I have to say, this V12 sounds fantastic too. Way better than the other V12, the stock V12 in the game. Oh no. So here we come to the very end. Take out the rock wall, of course. Slide it across the line with skill. Some skill. Yeah, but as you can see, it's about a 5.5 minute lap. Could be a little bit slower or faster depending on what car you're driving, what class you're driving, etc. But fantastic route. It's a really, really good place to get some practice in as well. If you want, you could even just let the AI go at the start and you could just drive after it. But all in all, fantastic route. But yes, the BMW 850CSI is finally in Forza Horizon 4, and again, I'm over the moon. I love this car. I'm actually going to attempt to build a grip racer next. I'm not sure if I'll put that in video, but just check back my Creative Hub to see if I do have a new tune shared for that. Again, I think this drift tune is pretty decent, so check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you want to download this paint, it was done by WOMBI 62. Their information will be in the description, as well as the share code for the route that I ran today, the Glen Rannick Drift Circuit. So if you want to take advantage of those, download the paint and check out the route. That would be fantastic. We really appreciate that. We always want to support the painters in the community because of how much work they put into these paints. And every single car that comes out, they always have new stuff ready to go. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Please, again, be sure to leave the video a like, leave me a positive comment, and if you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe for more weekly content like this. Until next time, I am Connor Speed 6. Much love, everyone. See you soon.